Ooh,
Episode 4?
technically episode 3,
Oh yeah, because we don't count 0 as 1.
right? Episode 03, actually.
Sweet.
Oh three.
Let's get into it,
Way
man.
back in oh 03.
Dude,
Way back in 86. Used to be able to throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
I can't wait till we get to episode 69.
Why?
Because, like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd be just as excited about 68.
Or 70?
Yeah.
It's true. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine what the correlation would be there.
Dude, so, okay. Let's dive into the topic of.
The cruise. Oh, yeah. No, I did want to ask you more about the cruise first.
Okay.
Because I've never been on a cruise. And I've heavily considered going over the last couple of years since I found out how affordable they are. I always imagined they were thousands of dollars, which I suppose you could probably spend that, right?
Yeah, for like a good room and like excursions, it all
Mm.
adds up. Yeah. Like we ended up spending a total of 2 grand. Yeah. Well, we went for 7 nights, so that was 1,000, and like the lowest room too, which was nuts. But they try to make it like seem like, oh, you get all the food for free and stuff, but you're still paying for that. Then you got to tip the service people, like the room service. Well, yeah, I mean they're taking care of you, you know.
Tip the room service?
People
Wait,
who clean
wait.
your rooms, people who feed you, like who make food for you, like
So
all the
people
work.
bring food to your room.
They can, yeah.
Did you do that?
No, we're not lazy.
Okay, so you didn't have to tip them. But the
I,
people that clean your room, you had to tip them.
the people that clean the room, the people that make the food for you when you go to like the buffet and stuff. I mean, yeah, they're cooking food for everyone every day.
Yeah, but that's their
Breakfast, lunch,
job.
dude. I don't know. Like, I mean,
So when you go through, it's like Golden Corral.
yeah, but like good quality food.
So it's a buffet.
Yeah,
And you just go through and you fill your plate.
yeah.
So who are you giving the money to?
The workers
Where are they?
cooking.
Where? It's like a buffet, so you're not.
How do you think food is just made?
Yeah,
It's
but they're probably in the kitchen somewhere,
cooking the food for you. Yeah.
right? So how do you hand the money to them?
Well, also there is a restaurant there too. There's a couple of restaurants. Like the restaurants are for free. You go in there and it's like the same thing as a buffet, but not like free wise. Like it's free like the buffet, but like it's not a buffet. Like you
Like you
have a
have a
menu.
actual server that comes to you,
Yeah.
and then you tip the server.
Well, that's part of like the whole tip before you go on the cruise. So like when you're selecting the cruise line and how many nights, whatever, what room, then they ask if you want to tip the workers that are like basically taking care of you, like the people that are handing you out like drinks throughout the day, people who are.
So you tipped in advance.
Yeah, that's what people usually do.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you were physically tipping everyone the whole time.
No. Oh
Okay,
my
so
god.
you never handed the people cleaning your room cash.
No.
Okay,
They all split the tips that
okay,
people tip
that
them.
makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. But if you find like like a 4-day cruise, like
Hmm.
they're cheap. They're like right now, I think there's one in like October, like near Halloween. It's going for like $500 and you're going through like Cabo and stuff.
So when you go into the actual restaurants on there, you have a server that comes to your table and takes your order, and you don't tip them.
No. Well, yeah, no, because they're part of the ship.
Hmm.
So I mean you could tip them more if they were like if they, reached your standards, but I mean,
So you spent $1,000, and only 1,000 of it was on the cruise, or 2,000 and
yeah,
1,000 was on the cruise.
1,000 was on the cruise. The other 1,000 was excursions, food we got off like on the islands. Because you're on the island from like usually it's like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So like some people go back on the ship and get lunch. We did that maybe once, uh, but most of the time we got food like on the island. Yeah.
Was it good?
Oh yeah, dude, so good.
What did you get that you couldn't have had here?
I just think it tastes more fresh because like No offense to America right now, but like the food here is terrible for you.
What were you eating?
Like seafood, a lot of like red meats, like steak and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They make steak so much better out in the countries than they do here, bro. Like so good. You don't even
And the
need.
countries is in the Bahamas?
Yeah,
That's where you're at the whole time, right?
Bahamas, and then we came back and stopped at Key West.
Right, so you didn't go to, like, South America or anything?
No,
Okay.
no, we were near Cuba.
Probably, like, they just have warmer cows, you know?
Former cows.
Yeah, cows just get a little more sunshine in their life. I'd imagine anything would taste better with more sunshine.
Yeah, but we need the sun, right, to
Yeah,
survive. Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
true.
That's why liking the cold is nuts.
I mean, there's nothing better than a nice cold breeze hitting your face, bro. What?
Yeah, when you're hot.
I'll do it in the winter too. I don't
Yeah.
care. Or like I feel more disciplined on doing something like running around a pond in the cold than I would in the heat.
Mm, I feel
But
the
that's just
complete
me.
opposite.
Yeah, that's just me, bro.
I like the heat motivates me.
Really, you like doing a cold plunge doesn't motivate you as much as like running in the heat? Like what here?
I don't think the 2 things are
Okay, let me reword this. Would you
comparable.
wait, what?
They're not in the same category, like, you can't really put the 2 side by side, you know?
Okay, but does a cold plunge motivate you to like better yourself, I guess?
I don't think so. I just like
No?
it. I motivate me. I don't know.
It's pretty good.
But on this, so you guys went up to how many islands?
4, if you count Key West as one. I mean, it is an island. But
So 3 in the
outs
Bahamas,
yeah,
and that was, like, 3, 4 days basically of the week cruise.
yeah. And then like so how it really goes is you go on the ship and you take there's one day the first day besides getting on the ship, like the next day, right? You're on the ship the whole day. And the next day you show up to the first island, and the next, and the next, and then the next. So that's 4. You do 4 in a row, and then on the
Mhm.
way back to where you came from, like where the dock is for the ship, you'd take another whole day to travel all the way back to the dock. So,
Okay.
but by far the best island I think that we went on was Perfect Day at Coco Cay. That was fire.
That was the name of the island?
Yeah,
Perfect Day at Coco Cay?
Royal Caribbean owns the island.
That
That's the cruise line that we went on. They have their own island,
5 words is the name of the island.
Coco Cay, but like they call it Perfect Day at Coco Cay. That's like their logo.
Okay.
It's really pretty, dude.
So it's, like, super touristy island, and it's just all really overpriced
It's a small island, but they got everything, bro. They got jet skis, water parks. They got you could swim with pigs.
with pigs.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We didn't get to do that, but we didn't really do any excursion on that island. Actually, we just chilled on the beach because it was just so gorgeous. Sometimes, like we spent the most money at Nassau, however you say it, because that's like one of the most common islands in the Bahamas. Uh, I feel like you have to get an excursion there, otherwise you're just gonna be stuck walking around and doing a whole lot of just looking.
What did you do?
We swam with uh, stingrays
Mm.
on a private island at Nassau called Blue Lagoon. Uh, but apparently, we found out you could swim with sharks. We were actually right next to the people that swam with sharks, so we got to see them. And like, I was like, "There's a thing you could swim with sharks."
Was this, like, in a
Yeah,
enclosure?
like yeah. So like, not like the cage that you go in, like deep sea fishing, but like, uh, it's like a fence in the water, so they can't escape. But it's like so big,
Hmm,
so they can still swim around. Yeah, stingrays were cool though. You ever touched one?
no. Is it slimy?
Yeah, like very slimy.
Mm.
and we were able to take pictures with them too, like with the actual photography.
So that was the most expensive thing.
Seeing the dolphins was surprisingly the cheapest. It was like 150 bucks
Just to see them?
in the wild. Yeah. And then, well, it was a two in one. So we saw them in the wild doing like their own thing, what they do normally. And then we went snorkeling after that. So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
So we got to see a lot of corals,
Hmm.
fish. Uh, Honestly, now that I think about it, yeah, stingrays was definitely the most expensive. Yeah. Because we didn't, Bahimi, we only, that was the first island we went on. I'm going to be honest with you, Bahimi was like not it. It was very small. It's kind of trashy. Like, I'm not going to lie. Pretty water though, beautiful water, beautiful beaches, but like the town itself, like the city, like they overhyped it. They were like, "Oh, you gotta see the beautiful city," blah blah blah. Dude, it was like one shop,
Who overhyped it? Was it like
people
loudspeakers
that are selling you golf carts.
selling you golf carts?
Yeah, so we ended up getting a golf cart because we believed them.
Yeah, of course they want to sell you a golf cart.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 80 bucks for the whole day. You get the golf cart, which whatever.
I mean, what else were you gonna do?
Exactly. I wasn't gonna keep burning on the beach all day. Like,
Was it fast at least?
yeah, it was gas motor. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you just zip around.
Dude, we had a little exhaust on it. It was like it was so stupid, but no, it was fun. Like the experience of going to that island was fun, but like I could probably never see myself going there again. Like just out of my way. Like, oh yeah, let's go to Bahimi. It's so beautiful, which the water is and the beaches are, but not in the town. No. It's very small. It's like
Hmm.
5 miles.
Did you talk to anyone there?
At Bahimi?
Yeah.
I mean the guy who sold us the golf cart.
Other than that, no.
We didn't really talk to many people on the cruise. We talked to this like one, I think it was a couple, or they were just talking, like talking stage because they met each other on the cruise. So yeah, definitely not a couple. That now that I think about it, but we sat with them in the hot tub a couple times. Like we ran into them, but like I don't know, dude. A lot of people on Royal Caribbean, like they were so like to themselves. Like they weren't so like open. Like Carnival, I went on that when I was 12, and everyone just wanted to talk to everyone. Like it was all fun and like music was always bumping. Royal Caribbean's more like humble.
I think it probably has a lot more to do with the fact that it was over a decade ago.
Could be. Everyone's on their phones now.
Times have changed.
Seriously, like it's bad. Like the socializing nowadays is terrible.
If you think about it, the iPhone came out in 2008 or 2009.
Yep, something like that.
That's when things really started to
Nah,
change.
I thought I was the coolest kid when I had the iPhone 4. I remember that. But now it's like you buy a phone nowadays and it's like, oh, it's the same thing, just
Mm,
what, a little bit better camera quality and a little bit bigger of a battery. Wow.
yeah, it seems like they don't really upgrade much. I would rather they wait 2 years or 3 years. You know?
Put time into the phone, right? Make it
Yeah, just I think there's no need, but I understand. You know, if people are gonna buy it, of course they're gonna put out another one that's almost the same because money. It makes sense.
just
They've
like
got a business to run.
yeah, I mean like people they like change. So like why aren't we changing a little bit more of each phone we drop? You know, why is it the same thing?
Well, I will say that that's the one great thing about Apple is that when they do release something, it seems very like well done, smoothed over, like it's a finished product. Whereas things like Samsung or any of these other Android brands, like coming out with the folding phones and things like that, that are just incredibly subpar.
Yeah.
And it's just so they can be the first and say, yeah, we did this, even though it's like the quality is not going to be there.
Yeah.
Like Apple at least is wise enough to say like, nah, we're not going to tarnish our reputation like that.
Yeah. It's true.
Which yeah, different strokes.
Sure.
They're all out to make money anyway. Can't blame them.
Bro, you and I should go on a cruise. think that'd be fun, like making a podcast on the cruise. That'd be
That
pretty
would
sick,
actually be pretty sick, yeah. A
right?
little bit gay, but pretty sick.
I mean, if you wanna make it gay, then
No, no need to go, no need to make it
oh,
more gay. No, we don't need to go out of our way.
yeah. Here, real quick, after we film, like, let's do this and then come back.
Everyone I was gonna assume anyway, they're just gonna see the two of us
I mean, with the lighting and the camera, they might think something's a little sus.
sharing a room because we're on a budget.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you spend $1,000 on just the cruise alone,
Mm,
and you got this like the cheapest room possible, right?
that's what we did. Yeah.
And you couldn't poop without your knees sticking out of the bathroom door,
Nope. Hell
then I'm guessing you could easily spend 5 to 10 grand on that same cruise with a better room.
no.
No,
It was only like $500 more, but we didn't wanna spend the $500 more.
$500 more for what? The next room up?
No, like a deck.
What's a deck? Like like to have a patio off of your room?
Yeah.
But is that the very tippy top?
No, the suite. That's like 2 grand more.
Okay,
But if you do a 4-night cruise, it's only like 3 it's like 4 or $500 just for the cruise.
that's not bad.
Now, if you wanna get a I looked into this because I was curious to see, like, maybe we can do this one, or whatever, and I saw that we can get a deck, which are bigger rooms, slightly bigger. The bathrooms are bigger, the showers are a little bit bigger, and it was like $200 to $300 add-on. So you're only spending like 800, $900 for the room and just the whole cruise,
Yeah,
which is good.
yeah, that's not bad. I think if I were to go on a cruise, I would want
You don't
like
wanna
as
go
nice of a room as possible.
you also I did the 7 nights, dude. It was tough. It was like after that 4th day, it just like slowly dies out. And that's why I kept calling you because like I was so focused on the business after the first 4 days. Like I wanted to spend time, you know, out and about on the cruise, but after that 4th day, man, it's like I just want to go home and film, dude.
I would imagine that it's just like going home to a place that you don't want to live. Like if you get the cheapest room, I think a lot of people might say, like you know, I'm on, I'm here to be on the cruise. I'm here to enjoy the rest of the boat and the ship and the islands and whatnot. And
They're
I
not
don't need a nice room, but
yeah,
every night you're gonna go home to that room every night the same way you would go home to your house, and
pretty much.
that's not gonna be eventually like after a day or two, it's gonna lose the allure.
I thought that we'd be okay with this room because we were never going to be in the room much, but like you said, it's like, what are you gonna
You're
do?
still sleeping there every night.
Oh, it's terrible. You're still shitting in there every night. You still gotta shower. Like the shower, dude, I could not fit in there, like at all. Like it was
Oh,
bad.
I've seen some that have full on like luxurious bathrooms with a full shower with windows looking out and
Yeah,
bathtub, actual like jacuzzi
that's
bathtubs.
like the suite. The
Yeah, see,
suite,
that's where it's at.
I think the suite was like $800 more.
That's not bad.
Okay, then you're spending a little over a grand, but you have a suite for a 4-night or 3 or 4 nights, one of the two. But I think we should go during Halloween.
My brother just went to Europe,
Okay.
and when I found out how much he spent, my brain exploded because I have avoided traveling because I always assumed if you wanted to take like a week and go to Europe, you're easily spending 5 grand plus,
Yeah,
if not closer to 10 or 15.
easily.
Yeah, he spent, and logically, maybe not logically, I always assumed that flights were one of, if not the most expensive part of the whole trip. Like flights could easily be 4 or 5 grand. He spent flights, all the train tickets they bought in advance, and I think the only thing that they had to get after that was like hotels, but they did hostels. He spent, I think, less than $1,500 on the flights and the train tickets. Like 1,200, I think he said.
That's it?
Yeah, And they didn't even buy them in advance either. Like they bought
That's
them like 6 weeks in advance instead of a year. I would assume you'd have to buy it for a year in advance
yeah.
just to get $4,000 flights. It's nowhere near with the prices that I thought. Granted, I never actually looked into it. I just assumed like an idiot. But
Hey, bro, humans assume. That's fine.
yeah, you know what they say. But yeah, that's a. I guess though, if you really wanted to, you could spend a lot more because he did stay in hostels, and if you want actual hotels, you could potentially spend more. But still, like, just the flights alone, that's
Yeah.
not bad. Now, after I heard that, I thought I could have been traveling
But then
every year.
but then you gotta put in the cost of, like, how much is the food there, the other expenses, I guess, that they do,
He
like,
didn't spend that much.
"Oh, looks like we're going to Europe
A
too."
fraction of what I thought it would have costed. A fraction. So
Would you rather go to Europe for a week or on a cruise for 4 nights?
I've never been on either, so I can't really say. As
Well,
I would be more excited about Europe.
okay,
Cruise just seems like a
just chill.
yeah, like it's chill, but it's yeah, it's not really like an active vacation, you know.
It is cool though when you wake up in the morning and you, like, see you're on, like, an island. It's pretty cool. That was, like, probably my favorite part. Like, I'd get up early in the morning, go work out, and then they have, like a jogging thing around, like, on the top deck, so
Mhm.
people are running in the morning, and, like, dude, not only the sunset was gorgeous over the ocean, but, like, then, like, you show up to the island with the sunset, oh my god, it's a sight to see, bro.
How's the gym?
I was, as expected, to be honest. I thought it'd be a little bigger because, like, it's gotta fit 2,000 plus people on there. It was one of the smaller cruise lines, so it wasn't many people. Like, 2,000 people is not a lot for a cruise.
Was the gym packed?
Every morning, yeah.
Everybody was in there.
Surprisingly, yeah, on a cruise, like, people are still disciplined to work out, which is good. I'd rather people, self-dedicate themselves to doing better for their bodies than not, right? They're still getting up early, like 5, like me. I was getting up at, like, 4:35 AM every day, working out, and I saw the gym packed and people were running around, like, people are still it's those people that I love, man. Like, you're on vacation, but you still gotta remember to keep yourself healthy. Like, I love that. But it's the slobs that don't do anything and they just sit in their room, they sleep in till 10 AM.
Was there only one gym?
Yeah, because it was a small cruise. There's only 2 pools. Most cruise lines have, like, 8 pools. I don't know if you knew that.
No, never been on one.
Maybe you looked into it, I don't know. But, like, besides the point, bigger cruises usually have 4,000 plus people. They have, like, 8 to 10 pools and, like, 15 jacuzzis, like, 2 gyms, basketball court. We didn't even have a basketball court. This was it was called Grandeur of the Seas, and it's, like, the first one they ever built.
Mm.
So, as expected, it wasn't supposed to be this, because we when you build something first, you're not gonna make it the biggest. You're always gonna expand. So,
How
the
big were the pools?
uh, average. But, like, you would see,
What is
like,
average?
not big, not small. Like, it was in the middle, I guess. Medium-sized pool.
Bigger than this room?
Yeah, a little bit bigger.
How
I'd say
deep?
from here to there,
How deep?
like 5.5 feet,
Okay.
which is fine.
Like your average,
You
like
don't need
apartment complex kind of pool.
you don't need, like, 9 feet unless you're, like, diving in there or something.
Right. I saw something about they can't or they don't make pools that deep on cruises except for
They can't.
towards the lower part of the ship for like the performers and stuff.
Right. But they also didn't have water slides. Usually every cruise line has water
Oh,
slides.
okay.
So if we're gonna go on a cruise, that has to be a must. I need to go on a water slide.
Yeah, I also thought that was kind of a staple.
I thought so too until I experienced this one and I was like, even Carnival had a water slide, like had two.
Hmm.
But most big cruise lines have like over 5 water slides, which is pretty dope.
Did it feel like you were on a ship? Like, was it moving around when you walked or sitting still? Like, did you feel it moving?
The only time I'll ever notice it is like if I'm sitting in bed and it's like very quiet still, you'll feel it a little bit, yeah. And then like when you get off, Like, the first 2 days when I got back, it felt like I was still doing that a little bit. It's like that motion stuff.
Mhm.
'Cause that's what I was used to for a week, but it goes away after that.
Just because of how big the ship is, it's not obvious.
It's not obvious unless you think about it.
Hmm.
If you're just doing stuff and talking to people, you don't even notice it.
You have
But, like,
to
sometimes if you look out on the deck, you can notice it too because 'cause you're just staring at the water, if that makes sense. Because
yeah.
you don't realize you're on the water, like, when you're walking around the ship, but, like, when you're on the deck and stuff or looking overboard, like, then you start, like, thinking, like, "Oh god, are we, like, wobbling?" So you gotta stand still for a second, notice it, and you're like, "Just a little." But yeah, it's not like things are flying
You didn't get
over.
nauseous or anything?
No, I don't get seasick or nauseous, no.
Hmm.
Some people do. Like, there were people that had, like, a patch right here. It's for, like, motionless.
Or nicotine
Could be a nicotine patch for all I know, but why would you put it here? You put it,
addicts.
like, here or something, right? I mean, I don't
Maybe they
know.
want you to think it's the Dramamine,
It's a flex.
or it's a like a not diversion, but it's like they make it really obvious, so you immediately think it's that, and then you never question anything.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, cruise was so fun, but, like, you get to a point, like I said, like, where it dies out. Like, you're just like, "Okay, I wanna go home." So, like, that's why I'm saying if we go do a cruise, I say we do a 3 to 4 night one. Don't do 7 nights. You'll be miserable.
It would be pretty cool to do a podcast on the cruise.
Wouldn't it?
Although I imagine it'd be really loud.
Well, like, if we're in a room or,
We get
like
the balcony though, like we could probably do it.
there were some quiet areas on the cruise. Like, if you go to, like there's, like, even private rooms, I think,
It would be cool to have do do a balcony, like get the suite, the balcony. 'Cause
right?
from what I've seen, they have some pretty big ones where you could have a proper setup, and then have our backs to the water.
That would be a sick view.
So cameras like inside the room, and then
We just gotta make sure the
that'd be
lighting's
really
good.
cool. Or wait until we're at a like by some islands, and then have when you're like pulling up on an island, say we're like an hour out, and there's some other islands, and like you said, the sunset and whatnot, and then we
Oh.
film it there, and then the background's changing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that sounds fire, and, like, maybe a dolphin will just jump in the air for us or something.
yeah. People say it's fake.
It's not AI, dude.
We should put up a green screen and then do it, and then tell people we went on a cruise.
Totally not a green screen right here, dude, like, ocean cruise. That would be sick, dude.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
man.
think you think that people born blind can picture what things look like people?
Like you're saying, like, if a blind person is born, they can just picture a person? Probably
Yeah.
not.
Like if you're born blind, you've never seen anything ever. What do you think you would think people look like?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what anything looks like because I was born blind. I
Do you
never
think that blind people can even conceptualize?
like, if they touch something and then try to figure it out?
Like, yeah, say they pick something up, like an apple
Okay.
in their mind. Do you think they could picture what that looks like by feeling it?
I don't know.
And specifically for people born blind, who've never seen anything before. So,
Are there people
do
that
they
are born
dream?
blind?
I'm sure there are.
Why have I never heard of this, though? Like, actually, I've never heard
Do
of
you know
someone.
any blind people?
No, but, like, I've never even seen it on the news
Why would it be on the news?
because it's interesting.
Probably
Because
happens every day. It's probably not interesting.
to me it is.
Okay, well, You should know more about it then.
Like, it's interesting, but, like, I don't even know how to answer this, like, the questions you're throwing at me, because it's like, I don't know if they'll know what an apple feels
I don't
like
know either.
or look like, or obviously feel, but looks. I don't know if they know what a person looks like.
There's a word for the inability, a word or a phrase for the inability for us to be able to actually communicate uh, certain things. I'll have to look it up later. I don't remember what it is, but essentially, like color blindness, right? Like, like what color is my shirt right now?
It's like a reddish, pink, purple, somewhere in
It's
the lines of
definitely
those.
purple.
I
Um,
mean, I don't know.
but
Could be any.
point being is that whatever you see and whatever I see, let's say we both call this purple,
Okay.
right? And the pillowcase you're leaning on, we both call that purple or lavender or whatever.
Right.
We have no way of knowing if we're actually both seeing the same color.
Well, if we're agreeing on, like, what color are your jeans?
Blue.
Blue.
Yeah. Like we both agree that this color is blue.
Right.
But I don't know if the color I'm seeing is the same color you're seeing.
Like the type of blue?
Type of blue, or it could be something completely different. And this color, you see it all the time, and you always say, that's blue.
Right.
And I see this color all the time, and I say, that's blue. But we have no way of knowing without being able to physically, like, actually read each other's minds. We have no way of knowing if we're actually seeing the same thing. We could be seeing two different things, and we both call that thing blue.
It's valid. Kinda like that trend with the dress, like, back in, like, the early 2010s. Like, you know how people were calling it, "Ew, no, it was a blue and black dress," and then some people are like, "No, it's a white and gold dress." You don't remember that?
Uh,
There's a picture that this person took of a dress, and everyone had different opinions on, like, what color it was.
That would not be the same.
Kind of.
That would be more like a visual, um, like a visual, not trick, but you know, like
I feel like that has to go into context with this, though.
mm, what I'm getting at is when you agree on what it is.
Oh, then, I mean, yeah, that is true.
It's like
Then someone colorblind.
we both say the sky is blue.
Yeah,
We both say the grass is green.
right,
We both say that's white,
yeah.
but we don't know if we're both seeing the same thing.
So you're saying everyone could possibly be colorblind?
Yeah, and it's just very difficult to prove, to actually know, you know? I think certain levels of color blindness, yes, we're able to tell because some people will see 2 different colors as the same color or
Okay.
the same shit like, similar colors rather than distinctly different colors. Yes, we can tell that, but what I'm getting at with the person born blind is how would we even know if they said, "Yes, I can picture what so and so looks like," you know, we asked them to describe it, could they describe it?
I don't think so, because 'cause they've never seen anything. So what do they don't even know what anything looks like.
If they don't know what anything looks like at all, then what's in their head?
Hearing, like, they can hear things, right?
What if
Like,
our method of, like, our thoughts is completely different from the way their thoughts run through their mind?
oh, I'm sure it is, because we see things and we think of it as, like, okay, like that picture of the lion. It's a lion. I know it's a lion, I can see it. But, like, I don't know, they're in the wilderness and they're like, "Am I in a video game?" You know, like, I don't know, like, maybe they have their thoughts, like, I'm sure that, like, obviously they're gonna assume things too because they're a human, but they don't see or know what anything looks like, but they may assume, like, okay, I hear a lion roaring, so he's probably mad. He sounds mean, like ferocious. Or like if a person's yelling at him, right? He's probably like, oh, that has to mean like angry. Because they could still learn. and think of things like as a human would. They just don't know what something looks like. Like, do you
Yeah,
think they're
that's
bumping music all the time because they have nothing else to look at or do?
maybe.
I'd have a hard time talking to a blind person that was blind since they were born because I wouldn't even know what like how do you even have a conversation with someone
I
like,
would ask
"Dude,
them
did you
these
see that?"
questions.
I'd be like, "Dude, did you see it?" Oh, wait, you didn't.
These are the questions I
Dang.
would ask them. I'd say, "What do you think? What do you think I look like? What do you picture?
Right.
What? How do you picture you look like? Like, do the is there any picture? Maybe they picture us as like we're like they have a
Maybe.
body, so obviously they can understand like by feeling like what certain things look like. But also, how would one conceptualize that if
What
you've never seen it?
what if they're, like, always thinking they're in a dream?
Yeah, I think that's getting a little far out there. Just all blind people just think they're in a dream.
It's going
What?
it's going far out there somewhere.
God,
That was so cheesy, man.
gosh.
I thought I could make that sound good
Uh,
because we were getting to that area.
and you looked at the camera again.
I don't think I fully looked at it.
You glanced at it.
Yeah, I glanced.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's better than, like, staring at it like a weirdo. Like you said, bro, it's just you and I.
Hmm.
No one over there. Just a
Yep.
camera and some lights and a big ass TV behind it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I wanted to bring up the bumper sticker idea before we have to call it.
Okay.
So you've seen the student like those bumper stickers that say "Caution, student driver, please be patient."
All the time. Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
Why don't we get those?
you're saying we should get them?
Yeah.
Why? So people can just drive very cautious around us?
Well, maybe it doesn't have to say caution. A lot of them will just say student driver, patience, please. Something like that.
Yeah.
But you see the car driving terribly in traffic. Usually, those cars are just holding up traffic. You know,
Right.
but you see student driver after first year, like, sheesh, come on, and then you see the bumper sticker and like, oh, okay, it's a student driver, all right. I'm like, all right, like, give them a little forgiveness here, a little leeway. I'll be patient. Maybe I won't be on their tail as hard as I was before because they're just learning. Don't want to freak them out, right?
True.
So we could get those, and then we can drive like maniacs, and then people will see us driving like maniacs. And at first, they'll have the same thing. They'll be like, this asshole just tearing up traffic, and then they see the bumper sticker and they're like, "Oh, it's just a student driver."
That would be funny, bro. Yeah, I'd say we should, invest into some stickers. Please be patient. Student driver, man.
Please forgive me, student driver.
Please forgive me. Oh my god. Oh, because 'cause we're driving like maniacs.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing, and we're cruising 120 on the highway
yeah.
just because.
Well, you are. I'm not. I wouldn't speed. I wouldn't speed on the internet.
Yeah, it's the law, man. Can't do that. Cannot do that.
They got you gotta edit out your speed if you're filming and you got the
Oh,
speedometer in there,
yeah. You have to.
blur it out. Apparently, a lot of people have been like, there's some YouTubers, like Jixer Bra, I think is one, that people have gotten apprehended from their videos on YouTube or other sites
Hmm,
just because they post videos of them doing maniacal things.
it's
I
valid.
think that saying things like this is AI generated, this is not real. Maybe I can get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, along with that bumper sticker, you know how the ambulance has the letters in reverse or mirrored across their windshield so that you can see it when you look in your rearview mirror?
I have seen that, yeah.
You could do the same thing, except it says, "Get the hell out of the left lane."
Yes. I would love to, advertise for that because it's like, if you're cruising 65 in the left lane, like, what do you even
Yeah, what are you doing?
what purpose do
What
you
are you doing
have?
going 65 and a 55 in the left lane?
Literally.
Like, that's insane. If you're only gonna go 10 over the speed limit, like, get in the right lane or at least the one next to it.
Yeah, left lane is meant for passing people.
Yeah.
It's the whole purpose of it. If you wanna cruise, like, sometimes I'll be all the way in the right lane just cruising, because I at least know how the road works. Some people don't. They just think, "I'm gonna cruise 60 in a 70 at the left lane." You're actually ridiculous, bro. Like, move over.
You remember in driver's ed how they teach you in order like, for proper passing, at least in, like, a two-lane highway, when you have to wait for a passing zone and watch for traffic in the oncoming direction,
Yeah.
you're supposed to increase your speed by 10 miles an hour
Mhm.
of the car ahead of you to pass?
Yeah, but people don't even do that.
Well, if that's what I'm saying is if there is if that's what they teach you in driver's ed for passing on a two-lane highway, then I think that same logic should apply to a five-lane highway or six-lane highway, and or I guess if a two-lane highway is one lane in either direction, then that would be technically a 10-lane or 12-lane, but whatever. 5, 6 lanes in the same direction, starting from the right lane, it should be increments of at least 10 miles per hour going up. And the right lane is the speed limit lane,
True.
or whatever the minimum is for that highway, I guess, technically. But if you're come on, if you're really driving the minimum, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're nuts. Like, don't even touch the left lane if you're gonna drive like that, bro. It's just not worth it.
And the greatest part about it is that sees people like they'll throw their hands up,
Yeah, dude, you're looking at
flip
your
you off when you like, swerve around them, and they're like as if
dude, I've seen people take their whole arm out the window and just flip them off, bro. It was so funny. I'm like, dude, like, okay, whatever. Like, it's not like you don't know what you're doing, clearly, because you're supposed to go 10 over the speed limit if you're in the left lane. It's literally taught to you
No, I'm
in
saying you should go 10 over for each lane. So if the speed limit's 55, that's right lane speed. If you got 5 lanes, that's 65, 75, 85, 95.
like that. We should we should try doing that. Probably won't pass, but should be a thing. I agree. Because some people want to hustle, some people don't.
Yeah, or just like full Autobahn.
Kind of like know your audience, especially out on the roads. You should know when to, like, okay, I'm gonna drive in the middle, so I'm gonna stay in the middle lane, you know, kind of fast, kind of not. But if I want to haul ass, taking that left lane, I'm shooting up.
Yeah,
Shooting up. That was a terrible.
don't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive up. Not that was not good at all. That sounded terrible. I don't do that, by the way.
I'm gonna clip that up for the video of you smacking your bicep.
Flex.
Speaking of speeding, it's 6:10.
It was 6:10
What time do you gotta go to work?
to my 9 to 5.
Yep.
I gotta leave here in like 10 minutes.
Might be time to call it a day, call it a morning.
Yeah.